This is an MVP podcast, My Village Productions.
Welcome to The Lazy Watchers, a podcast where we watch only the first and last episode of a show and then rate it. I'm your host, Andy.
And I'm Eli, and this week we watched Kim's Convenience, a show about a Korean family that runs a convenience store in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Could you tell Andy was reading a script at the beginning of this?
Ugh. I was.
What's
Come for me.
What's up? Do you like her new visual setup?
You have some very bright doors behind you, and I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have monochromatic blue and gray. There's a green chair right here.
Oh, yep. That's what gets the color popping. You're also wearing a gray or a black.
I only wear black, so I don't want to talk about it.
Black headphones, black hat.
These are midnight black.
You almost blend into the
headphones.
background.
I upgraded my headphones to Bose headphones.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm fancy.
Imagine.
It was a Christmas present.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to use these in the studio.
Why not, right?
Right. Oh, man.
Fancy stuff. Audio should sound better, too.
Hopefully, yes.
We're decking out this room so it's better.
Decking it out.
Decking it out, bro.
No, I don't know about all that.
Why?
I don't know.
Why not? It's great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're decking it out, Holmes.
Holmes. Don't ever call me Holmes again in your life.
Sherlock Holmes
No.
and John Watson.
So if I'm Sherlock Holmes, that makes you Watson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Why?
A weird segue for Kim's Convenience about the Korean family in Toronto, Canada.
Maybe there's a Korean family that does their own like Sherlock Holmes show.
I imagine that was really I'm sorry, I clipped. I imagine yes.
That'd be great. I would watch that.
Absolutely.
But on to Kim's Convenience.
Yeah, what a interesting show. So if you go on Netflix
and you watch the trailer that it has embedded, it is horrible.
it looks terrible. The character that they show just seems really annoying.
They're like really like when you think of like the obnoxious anime characters, but in real life,
Yeah.
that's what they show.
Yeah.
Which doesn't depict the show at all.
No.
It's a really bad trailer.
I watched that and I said no. I literally we watched this trailer I think over Christmas break.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, I won't be watching this. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean and I did the same thing. I watched it like 2 or 3 times and I was like, okay, maybe. And then it just kept going. Like I was like, all right, I'll finish the trailer and then figure out. And it just didn't seem like something I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
But then on Twitter, one of my friends suggested, because we were talking about Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek is fantastic.
Yeah.
What a treat. What a dream.
Yeah.
Go check out that episode where we talk about Schitt's Creek and just praise David, Moira, Johnny.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Alexis.
But I was on Twitter talking about Schitt's Creek and how I'm sad that it's over. And someone goes, well, check out Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
And then another person suggested, check out Kim's Convenience. So I was like, all right, we'll give it a shot and just see. Either it's going to be really good or we're really going to hate it.
I mean, at the end of the day, we are the lazy watchers, so we will only watch 2 episodes of the show and review it.
True.
So
we only would have to suffer for like an hour.
Exactly.
In the end.
And we've watched a couple bad shows.
Yep.
Quick update for a show that we watched back in December. Sex and the City is getting a new chapter.
Oh,
in
boy.
2020.
Can't wait.
We will be watching it.
Oh, will we?
Yes.
Great. Awesome.
I'll probably be watching it live time, but I would actually like to see your reaction to it now that it's brought back, like it's brought up to like a modern time.
And it's like widescreen.
Okay. Don't need to get nasty about it. It was the early 2000s, Eli. What did you expect?
I'm just saying.
But yeah, one of the characters, Samantha, the hoe, is not going to be in it. So,
very sad about that.
Well, okay, but you need that character. Well, we can talk about it when we review the show.
Yeah.
You need that character to. It's a dynamic that you need in a group of people. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of 50-year-old women who are all married with kids.
Right.
You need one single person
Yeah.
to bring the fun.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh my gosh! So Kim's Convenience, right off the bat, I loved it because it started talking. It opened up with the gay discount.
Yeah. We literally didn't notice the title of the first episode until after we watched the second episode.
I don't think we've ever paid attention to the name of the episode.
No, because I feel like part of the names do also give stuff away.
Yeah.
So it's almost good that we don't, but we noticed it after. And the title of the episode is Gay Discount.
Yeah. So it's Pride Week in Toronto, Canada, and
Per the show, not per,
the show.
real life.
Yeah, no.
We're far away from that.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we could celebrate this year.
Yeah.
Opens up with two gay guys asking if they could put a poster in Mr. Kim's window.
Yeah.
Like, fantastic.
Oh, it's really funny. It's because the Koreans in the show know they have good English, but it's broken English.
Yeah. They have a thick accent still.
Yeah, right. Which I feel like adds to the humor and comedy of the show too.
Yeah.
With like a lot of their phrases, like they almost like get some phrases wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not hooking up, hooking around.
Yeah. Please don't try to do the accent ever again. Didn't even sound anything close to a Korean accent.
No, I'm not good at accents. But added to the story of it.
Oh no, definitely. It's so funny. They called Mr. Kim homophobic, and he very quickly tried to make it sound like he had a discount for the gays during Gay Pride Week.
Yes, yeah, to not get reported to whatever, not like something.
Truly.
Yeah,
Because the one guy was like, "This is a hate crime."
right. I guess report to the police.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, wild.
It's a hate crime to not allow somebody to hang a poster in a window.
Right.
No, I just don't want your poster in my window because your poster looks like shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Kim literally told him, who made this? You should get a discount." And I loved it.
No, refund.
A refund.
Yeah. No, it's honestly a really good show. Like that whole episode, like they really pushed like the gay thing, and I was kind of about it. It was a lot at first, obviously, for like a first episode, but like one thing I liked was like Mr. Kim was talking to another like business owner and was like, "Well, what's the difference between a transsexual and a transgender?"
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "I don't know. What is the difference between
Yeah, I'm not telling a joke here.
He's like,
what is
I
the
really
difference?
just don't know. But then they had a drag queen.
Which I was there for
Yeah.
every second of the way. I was so happy when I saw this big burly drag queen just like picking up some honey and some dog food.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You're like, "What are you?" "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
Like deep voiced it.
Yeah.
And Mr. Kim was like, "No, like I just legit don't know.
Yeah.
Like, can you explain?"
Yeah.
But with, accents, broken English, not from that culture as well, it can be hard to like show that you're being genuine.
Yeah.
But
it's also very startling to see a drag queen like during the day.
Especially if you own the store and you've never
Ever
really
seen a drag queen
or
before?
like or you have and you just haven't really interacted, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
So it could be a lot for sure.
Yeah.
But I like that they wrote it so that way the drag queen wouldn't be offended and like actually describe like, no, like this is
what
like,
I do.
This is
who
what I
am.
do and what I feel. Like
Yeah.
this feels natural to me.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
and he was like, "Gay discount."
Gay discount, 15%. And then there was even a part where he realizes quote unquote money is missing.
Right.
And it's just because he's been giving out the discount to everybody.
Right. Yeah.
But he accused his daughter, and his daughter was not having it.
Oh no, she was pissed.
Yeah. There's also some weird family dynamic in that first episode because we have the mom, dad, and then Janet.
Yeah. Not Janet from The Good Place.
No, I wish. Janet from The Good Place was one of the best parts about The Good Place.
Janet Ding.
Bad Janet was one of my favorites.
Bad Janet was great. Yeah.
Disco Janet was great.
Yep.
Korean Janet from Kim's
Korean
Convenience.
Janet.
Segue back to their show.
We're really all over the place today.
We are. This is the first time recording 2021.
True.
That's fun.
Yeah. BTS, behind the scenes.
BTS. I was like, the Korean pop band?
Boy
band?
Reference.
Not intended by you whatsoever.
No.
Eli doesn't know Korean pop bands. That's Andy's job.
Yeah.
Did you not know that they...
No, I know.
Oh,
I know
okay.
of BTS, but
was
I've never
like-
actually listened to their music.
I feel like you would have to be living
I'm
under
still
a
on
rock.
social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. I'm not that dumb.
Very popular for some reason.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's kind of like
after me.
when boy bands were popular in America.
Kind of.
I feel like it's that same kind of like thing that's going on over there.
But the thing, okay, just really weird segue about K-pop. In America, K-pop is usually, I mean, it comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole thing is, why this specific boy group from Korea, like specifically?
I don't know.
It's just weird. Like
I feel like
there's
it's
so
like-
many of them.
I feel like it's just another one of those like overnight sensation kind of deals,
Yeah.
and that hasn't died yet.
If you want some Korean bangers, go look up CL. That's just her name. A C and an L. That's all I have to say. She was from a group called 21. Fantastic.
21.
Anyway, back to Janet. So I thought Janet was a lesbian right off the bat.
Yeah.
But I think that's because also that first episode had a very heavy gay theme.
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
It puts you in that mindset of
Yeah.
like, okay, where's the hidden rabbit here?
Right? Like, opened up with that. She was avoiding talking about dating boys with her mom at the beginning. So I was like, oh, yeah, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously.
And doesn't want to say anything yet.
Yeah.
Because, Korean.
Yeah.
So it was like, my family likes to yell about a lot of things. So
Right.
let's just keep this on the DL.
And then we have her brother, Jung.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah. Jung.
Yeah. Who apparently he doesn't get along with the family.
No.
Not Janet, but the mom and dad.
Yeah. Like,
More specifically, the dad.
yeah. Because the mom will still go to his work and, harass him, essentially.
Right. The whole part was with the manager. His manager at the car rental place I thought she was going to be problematic at first.
She seemed problematic,
Yeah.
but it kind of turned itself around.
Did it?
That's why I said kind of.
We definitely need more context. She seemed more of a central character in this last episode of the season that we watched.
Right.
But that first one, oh boy, when she says that they were like underprivileged people from like the...
Yeah, she's definitely playing the like, I grew up here, but I'm trying to not offend you, but going too far about it.
Yeah. She said understood in the hood.
That was great. I loved that.
It was terrible.
That's my new catchphrase.
I said, oh my.
Understood in the hood.
Oh my gosh. So,
And they were working on cars. It's a car rental
Yeah.
and mechanic place.
yeah.
I think just a dealership.
Yeah, she was telling Jung that he can't have family members in the garage in the back.
Yeah.
Which, that's understandable.
That's
'cause people
understandable.
can get hurt.
It's just to the point that she was trying to make it seem like it was a normalized thing where they came from.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and they were like, understood, and they were like, understood. She's like, understood in the hood.
Okay, but I ask this out of pure ignorance. Is there a hood in Toronto?
I would think so.
Isn't Drake from Toronto?
Okay. So?
He like grew up in like a suburb.
Yeah, he might have, but I feel
I
like
don't
there's
know.
still.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like there's at least one hood
I just
everywhere.
I don't think of like Canada and then like think of like the barrios, you know?
I mean, it's probably not as bad as like America,
Maybe.
but I would still think that there's a hood.
a hood. I think there's a hood.
I think there's a hood.
Oh my gosh.
They just have Canadian accents instead of American accents.
True.
Understood in the hood.
No. Okay. We're done with you and your accents. Oh my gosh. Opening credits. What would you give that? I enjoyed it.
I loved it. It was a 10 for me because it came out and it just had color all over the place. It was a nice theme song. Like, honestly, it was just like, the skip intro button pops up and I was kind of like, I don't really want to skip it.
Yeah.
It kind of gets you in the mood for like what the show's going to lay out.
Instinctually, I wanted to say skip intro. I actually reached the remote the first time. I was like, oh, no, we have to watch this.
Right. And I mean, obviously by default, like if you see it over and over again, makes sense. But like, for a brand new show you're going into that has a really solid intro, like, it kind of, I don't know, it puts you in the mood.
Definitely. I would agree. The plot
was good. I mean, there wasn't like a dead set, like, there's a hero and a villain and whatever. It's much more comedy based.
Yeah.
But I still like that in a show like this because it's very like Schitt's Creek vibe, like I was saying before.
Yeah.
And obviously we love Schitt's Creek. Mm-hmm. So I like that they were able to do a comedy show, but also, kind of give light both in this episode and in the last episode. Like, give light to whatever topic that they were working on. Like, it's almost like plot per episode kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then, like, some stuff that, like, stretches out over time.
Yeah. One thing that I will say that I kind of like this show more than Schitt's Creek is that there's more... It seems that there's more of a heavy storyline.
True.
Like, it actually seems like you do have to watch, like, every episode to, like, fully understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, you could drop into the middle of a season and you may not exactly know what's going on, but you're definitely entertained.
Yeah, you could pick it up pretty quick.
This show, I feel like if you missed a couple episodes, it would be hard to get back, like figure out what happened in those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
We skipped a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it was 13 episodes. We only did season 1.
Yeah.
Just because season 4, like, just came out. So we didn't want to do a major spoiler on this one.
I feel like doing seasons is better than just entire series.
Yeah, because there's so much
series,
that changes, especially when it's like longer seasons too. There's so much that happens and like characters leave and join and it just gets way too confusing.
Definitely. And it's hard to talk about because you're like, I don't know what I just watched.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just a bunch of nonsense, really.
I gave the plot a 10 as well. And as well, I don't think I said opening credits, but I gave opening credits a 10 as well.
Yeah.
I think this was a smash hit.
This was definitely a smash hit. Getting into the last episode.
Yeah.
I mean, again, really good. It pretty much was... there was a church like fundraiser thing.
It was a festival.
Oh, festival. Sorry.
The mom corrected many people throughout the entire thing.
No kidding. Basically, it was like, go like families would go and like perform, like mostly like do songs, things like that.
Yeah.
And originally, the Kim family was not going to do it.
Yeah.
And then
the Park family.
The Park family was gonna, basically do really well, and the mom is very competitive,
which I love.
Wanted to win. Excuse me.
That's the her competitiveness is one thing that I did not expect from her.
Oh yeah.
So like to see her like constantly saying like we need to win, and the kids are like, but it's not all about winning, it's for the Jesus, and they kept saying for the Jesus,
right?
And I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it so much. It was...
I meing, Jung definitely didn't have to, but he was doing it because his mom kept saying, for the Jesus.
Yes.
So...
It was... And Jung was making fun of her for it. He kept saying, for the Jesus.
Yeah.
We have to do this for the Jesus.
Yeah, right. And it was great.
And Mr. Kim, at the end of season 1, was facing a little bit of a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if it was like a new car or just a rental car, but basically Janet, the daughter, went and got like the black SUV, a Tahoe.
Yeah.
For dad. And
which he said was too fancy.
Yeah, he said it was too fancy. I guess they traded that for the van, or maybe the van was in the shop or something. So
that confused me because I thought that she got him the car and then he returned it to Jung's work.
Yeah, to like the rental place.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the van was just in. I don't really know. I don't know.
Right.
But either way, he now has this black SUV, and
thinks he's hot shit.
He is like smoking cigars and taking
Pictures.
weird pictures with the truck. Yeah, he like had his leg up and did the whole.
He was wearing his slides with his socks.
Yeah, right.
It was fantastic.
Oh, and then he gets sunglasses because
His
take the price
aviators.
tag off. And he's like, "No, I have these."
Yeah, I've had these forever. And Janet's like, there's a price tag on the lens.
Right.
Fantastic. It was good.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna definitely keep watching.
Yeah. And then they find Janet's lease.
Oh
in
yeah,
her bag.
Janet was so. I get the impression. So we learned in episode 1 that Jung left home early, probably around like 16, 17.
Yeah.
He said he either ran away or they kicked him out. He's like, I don't really remember. It's all blurry.
And also for running away, it seems like he's in the same town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean his parents come to his work.
You can run away and not leave town.
I mean, true, but when you think of the term running away from home, it's usually like,
I'm going to New York City.
yeah, it's usually like somewhere far away.
I don't know what that voice was.
Like if I was running away from my parents, I wouldn't stay in the same town
True.
personally. So I found that very funny when it was like, oh, he ran away, but they go to there all the time for rental cars or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's clearly not that far.
Well, and the problems in the family, it's not necessarily like Janet and the mom don't have any issues with Jung. It's definitely there was a disagreement between Jung and his father.
Yeah, for sure.
Janet even tries to get them to talk to each other in that first episode.
Yeah, and he avoids his dad like the plague.
Yeah, didn't go over so well.
No. And when he saw him in the last episode, they were arguing about a scratch on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
But the freaking weird guy, the weird white guy that works there was like, yeah, I mean, I scratched it. And I was like, we all just blew over that fact. Like he like rental company trying to steal money from you.
Yeah.
He scratched it when he pulled it in.
Yeah. Wait, did he say that?
Yeah, he did.
I missed that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because everyone else was arguing. He goes, yeah, I mean, I scratched it.
Oh. I did not catch that at all.
Yeah, no,
That's funny.
he definitely said that.
Well, and I think I didn't catch it because there was that argument. Jung and the dad got into like a huge argument,
Yeah.
and then the dad walked out. But the dad attempted to color in his beard with the wife's mascara.
Mascara, you're out of mascara.
Fucking fantastic. He touches it and it like smears all over his face.
Yeah.
So he was very embarrassed at that point too. I think he just wanted to get out of that
He's
situation.
very flustered.
But yeah, you definitely see the dad wanting to be there for their kids in that because he ended up showing up at the festival.
Yeah, just hidden.
Yeah, he was hidden. But I think Janet saw him, and because he was singing along, and she said something about like, yeah, there was a lot more harmony than I thought there would be.
You're right.
But yeah, so Janet decides to leave. I'm assuming it's with her boyfriend from the first episode.
Yeah, we're not sure because they said two names and I don't remember.
We meet her boyfriend like at the end of episode 1, and
Yeah,
Mr. Kim asks him what is,
the Korean Independence Day.
which is fucking wild.
And what I loved was as they were walking out, she goes, I knew he'd ask that. I'm glad you memorized.
Acting for the show, I give it a 10.
Yeah, solid.
I liked every
really
character.
solid.
Yeah, every character was
Even
good.
choosing the characters, like when you go into that category, still
Yeah.
a 10. I mean, they really filled their roles. Like, honestly.
The manager was memorable. His friend, Jung's friend at the rental car place.
Very funny.
I don't know. He called him kimchi at one point, which I feel like is. It's like not appropriate for me to call somebody
Right,
kimchi, but
right.
it's like funny that he called somebody kimchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was dying laughing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, all the characters are like actually like, I mean, even if we don't remember like all the names, are still very like, you can remember their faces and like what they did in each scene.
Yeah.
So I feel like because of that, they chose the actors and wrote the characters like really well.
Do we know the parents' like actual name? Did they say it? Because they called him. They called
It's
the
just
mom
Mr. Kim,
Amma.
Mrs. Kim, and then I think it was like Umar or Amma. and then Opa.
The subtitles are confusing because the subtitle said like Uma,
Yeah.
UMMA, but then it sounded like Ama.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
Well, the
Appa,
UMMA might be how it's properly spelled.
maybe
It just might be like how they say it is different.
yeah.
So,
That makes
because
sense.
there was like some actual parts where they were speaking Korean. So,
Appa was easy for me to remember because that's the name of the buffalo in Last Airbender. So I was like, got it.
Jesus. Wow. I'm glad you
man.
could put it to something.
Yeah. No, that was so easy for me to remember. I was like, oh yeah. It's that bison,
Yeah,
flying bison.
the flying
thing.
bison, and
Yeah.
the cartoon show.
Okay. They also made a movie that was terrible. We don't need to talk about it.
I didn't bring it up.
M. Night Shyamalan. I'm looking
I
at
didn't
you.
bring it up. You brought it up.
They need to redo that. They need to redo the live action Last Airbender movie because that movie was a disgrace.
I didn't even watch it, honestly.
I watched it in theaters.
Wow.
And I had questions.
Anyways,
Cliffhangers. I'm actually gonna give that a 9 because there actually wasn't anything to me that was like super cliffhanger.
in the first episode, it
word?
was kind of like the boyfriend thing,
yeah.
and the last episode was kind of like the moving out thing. Like
Yeah.
it was a good wrap up to this season.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
It's enough to keep you interested.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say I'm at that same point, like a 9, because it wasn't like, it like it was good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like, oh my god, da da da. Like,
Yeah.
it was still like, okay, well, we know the next episode is going to be about the boyfriend, or like, season 2 is probably going to start with the whole process of moving out and all the issues that come
Yeah.
with that.
Oh,
So
I peeked at the next episode's title and it's like Janet's new roommate or something.
right, so like I said, you can kind of guess
Yeah.
it, but on the other hand, it's still enough, like just throughout the show,
Yeah.
that makes you want to keep watching it because you want to see like the reactions to like when this happens or that happens.
Definitely.
So, still really good. I mean, it's still like a must watch show. Like
Yeah.
100%. Like gonna go back and rewatch all of season 1,
Yeah.
and then there's a total of 4 seasons on Netflix right now. So
That's good.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
I just hope that the part that's in the trailer is not that long
Me
with
too.
that girl in the pink outfit and the
Me
annoying voice.
Too. Please don't.
Because
I'm
I will
hoping.
skip those episodes.
I'm really hoping. It sounds like it's her cousin or something. I think she says something about her being her cousin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't judge it off of the trailer that Netflix plays.
Yeah,
for you.
judge it off of our opinion and compare it to Schitt's Creek.
Listen to us.
Yeah. No, like legit though,
stupid
if you like
Netflix.
Schitt's Creek, you will definitely like this.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of The Lazy Watchers. I'm your host, Andy.
And I'm Eli, and you can follow our social media. I think it's still My Village Podcast on social medias.
It's The Lazy Watchers.
Oh, did we change it?
Yes.
We're going to by the time this comes out.
So we can edit this out. But
Okay, follow our social medias
Yeah.
at The Lazy Watchers, and you can follow me everywhere at Eli Seipert.
you can follow me if you're so inclined at MVP Andy. I don't know why I always say if you're so inclined.
Yeah, it's a weird phrase.
It is, but I like it.
And don't forget to follow us on
Spotify,
Spotify,
Google.
all your podcasting
Yeah.
platforms, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel. Like I said, set up some new visuals, looks better. Got an actual background now, so.
Background.
And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.
This has been an MVP podcast, My Village Productions.